Hello, everyone. We're back, and this is the Cat Ringo, and we are back with our CD exchange. About 3 weeks ago, we exchanged 5 albums, and yeah, we're gonna do our recap ranking. The ones I gave Jake were Liars, Drums Not Dead, Beach House 7. Tom Waits' Rain Dogs, Animal Collective's Feels, and Grizzly Bear's Painted Ruins. And which 5 did you give me to listen to?
So the 5 that Jonathan over here got was Godspeed, You Black Emperor, Lift Your Skinny Fists, like Antennas to Heaven. Then we have A Love Supreme, John Coltrane.
Very
Absolute banger. It's a really good pop album.
Yeah.
And then we have William Doyle, Great Span of Money Time.
Perfect for Valentine's Day.
Anyways, we got, then we had, I don't know how to pronounce it, Suzanne Stumford Blommy. And then we had McKee, 2-Star, and the Dream Police. Were the 5 I gave him.
Okay, so
what is your ranking of the albums?
Okay, so let me just start with. I think you're not.
Or I'll lift one up.
These aren't
you
gonna
tell
be,
me
okay.
what order it is.
Okay,
One
number
through
5 is not number 5. Number 5 is Mick Gee.
Oh, dang.
2-Star in the Dream Police.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked it. You know, it's very lo-fi, I guess, you know, kind of.
I would say mixed fidelity.
Yeah, he has a style. What I really love about the album is it sounds like he's having fun while he's recording it. He's kind of like chuckling on some songs while he's like singing some lyrics. It's good. The only thing I didn't like about it was the production was kind of samey after a while. It kind of didn't change.
Oh, really?
It was very kind of
I feel like that's like the reason I like is how much the production varied.
I didn't say it was bad, but like his vocals kind of were buried and everything, kind of the 80s kind of thing, but I really liked it. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. I really liked it.
Okay. What's your number, or am I doing my
Yeah,
number
you do
5?
your number 5 next.
Alright, my number 5 out of these bad boys here is, we're gonna have to go, which I still like the album quite a bit.
Really?
Liars, Drums Not Dead.
Oh, wow.
I just thought, I don't know, I just liked all 5 of the albums quite a bit. So this one was my least favorite just out of the fact that I liked them all. I felt like this one felt the least diverse out of the 4 albums.
Wow. That's crazy.
I thought I loved it actually reminded me, some of the instrumental palettes actually reminded me of Godspeed. But yeah, that's just kind of how I felt about it.
What'd you think of the last...
The drumming definitely carries the album.
Definitely. What'd you think of the last song? What is it? Other Side of Mount Heart Attack. I think it's a masterpiece. I love the lyrics and everything.
It's a little repetitive for me.
Did you agree with what I said last time, how the lyrics kind of suck? They're kind of just the same thing over and over. They're very simplistic.
No, I didn't think so.
Okay.
No. But yeah, very good album. I would also give this like a 7 out of 10.
Okay. Number 4. I'm just thinking.
I'm just pulling up my notes I wrote about these albums.
I'm going to do this because I'm going to get bashed for this. I already know I am.
Oh my god.
Number 4 is Godspeed You Black Emperor. This one, I'm trying to think back. I really like it. It's like it's a high 8 out of 10. I really do like it. But this was the one I hated when I first listened to it.
Oh my
because
God.
It's so melancholy. It's so depressing sounding.
Oh, you thought it sounded depressing?
It's an hour and 20
wow.
minutes. I'm like, God, I have to listen to this for an hour and 20 minutes. But I really love the instrumentation because I always thought they were like a drone band, like Swans.
The second song is the most drone, I would say.
Yeah, it's droney and glitchy.
I thought it was very cinematic.
I love the opening song with the strings. Storm, I really like. Am I wrong to say it's kind of like Pink Floyd-ish? Just kind of like the organ at one part and like the bass line. Some parts of it are kind of Pink Floyd-ish.
It's definitely distinct from Pink Floyd by a good margin.
It is. And, I don't think I'd run out and buy it, but if I saw it at a record store for a good price, I'd buy it. It grew on me the more I listened to it. I give it like an 8.5 out of 10.
Dang, this is...
I really like it.
Probably We should rate our albums we gave as well.
Okay, yeah.
I would say this is a 9 or 10 for me.
Yeah, this one's like it's about the same, 8.5.
McKee's like an 8 for me. Okay. All right, my next one on this
list. Boy. I love all 4 of those. So I don't even know what you're gonna do here. I don't even want to look.
Oh my goodness. Dude, so these next 3 are all very close. There was one I distinctly liked more, and this one was less than I will have to... I'm gonna have to go Painted Ruins.
Oh, really?
Number 4.
I thought that'd be your number 1.
This is the Grizzly Bear Painted Ruins. Absolutely nothing wrong with the album. It just is classic Grizzly Bear. I've only also listened to, what's it called, Vehicamist or something?
Vicotomist.
Vicotomist, yeah, same thing. I would say, yeah, it's just that vibe. They kill what they do. They're all great at their instruments. It's nice. It doesn't like go anywhere too grand, and it doesn't go anywhere too slow. It just kind of just hits good variation in the track list with a consistent sonic palette.
Did you get the national comparison, or
I
no?
do.
A little bit.
I get it a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me see. That was not one I took notes on. So.
All right. And so this one is like a 9. I love this album. It's probably my second or third favorite of theirs. What was your favorite song on that one? Because I love Cutout, I believe, that was, and the last song are my favorites.
I don't know what my favorite song was, to be honest.
It's hard when you only listen to it once or a couple times.
I would have to listen a couple times.
Yeah, all right, number 3. So...
And this is, again, probably 7 or 8 out of 10.
7 or 8? Okay. That's
for
fair.
Me.
I gave you 5 challenging ones, so I mean, I don't blame. Okay, number 3 is... 3 and 2 are really tied. 3, 2, and 1 are really tied. So number 3, I'm going to go Suzanne Sundfør, Blami. I have never been through like a whirlwind of an album. Because the first song, I'm like... Is the whole album gonna sound like this?
Yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
But the more
first like song and a half.
I know, it's like very abstract, very left field. Kind of reminds she kind of reminds me of like a folky Bjork. I don't know if you get that, because she's Icelandic too, like Bjork. And I was reading into her. I guess she started out as like a synth pop artist, and then with this album, she went into like more folk. But yeah, it's very beautiful production. I love her voice. That one song, Ashura's song, is just amazing. Yeah, like took me a listen and a half, but like it's very just atmospheric, and I love it. It's like she's telling a story through every song, and I really appreciate that. You know, her voice is... I think her voice is more distinct than what we were talking about last time. Because at first I thought, it sounds like, more Marling. But it doesn't. It's like... It has like this timbre to it that I really love. I think she has a really great voice, and I love the pianos and the instrumentation. It's a lot more stripped back, and I think I give it like a 9 out of 10. I really
I
like
love how the songs are stripped back. I like that it you have to get through the first 2 songs to get to the album. I like the pacing of it and the format. Yeah, I think the songs, I like how they drag on in a good way.
Yeah, it doesn't feel that long, even though it's close to like 50 minutes. I mean, I could like breeze through it.
Yeah,
it's
really
in good feel.
Album.
Yeah. All right, your number.
It's also probably an 8 or 9 for me. That Suzanne one. For probably an 8. Next we are going to go with. I'm between 2 of them. I would go back and forth any day. But we're going to do Beach House 7.
Yeah, I thought that would be pretty high.
This was such a nice vibe to drive in the rain on the highway and listen to. It feels kind of like you're on a Blade Runner soundtrack.
A little
mixed
bit.
With, like you said, it's got a little more grit to it than Bloom.
Was it jarring when you first heard it?
I didn't think it was jarring.
Kind of like it throws you in. But the one song I love on that is Dive. How like it starts out, then that guitar comes in the second half and just picks up. But
I think this is more cohesive than Bloom.
Yeah,
but less sticky. Like you don't like the tracks don't stick. It's just such a good vibe album. I would say, which is always what they've done. Bloom was also just catchy on top of being vibey, but wasn't as cohesive. You really felt like you were hearing like drum machines and stuff. The stuff all connects. All the instruments I feel like connect together well in this one.
Yeah.
I think they're both great albums and
distinct. That one doesn't get talked about a lot, even though it's like one of their more popular ones. But I prefer that one to Depression Cherry or any of their other ones. It's the second to Bloom, in my opinion.
Okay.
All right, you're going to be so shocked because you thought this was going to be my number 5, William Doyle's Great Spans of Muddy Time. Dang. I freaking love it.
Dude, isn't it such a unique listening experience?
I love abstract music, and so I loved it right away. I love Semi-Bionic. It's almost kind of annoying with like the glitchy thing he's kind of singing. I love the opening song, I Need to Keep You in My Life, and Nothing at All is so good. He reminds me of a cross of like Tom York, Divine Comedy, if like Battles or Sonic Boom produced like the Divine Comedy. The production is just mind-bending on some of these songs. Even those couple instrumental songs, like Theme from Mighty Time, it's an experience. And I only heard Springs Eternal, which I really like. Springs Eternal was an album that came out last year. Yeah. But this one is more engaging to me. It makes me think more while I'm listening to it, but I can also vibe to it as well. It's kind of both. So this is like a close to like a 10 out. This is a 9.5. It's like dang. I'm not buy this if I ever see it.
I would say if there's ever an art album, this is definitely it, where it's very like unique listen in the way it's hard to kind of describe like a good art album, and the way it's just you just experience it, it's an art album, and the way things transition from one thing to the next, unexpected. Right. It's unexpected. That's what I kind of vibe with the most. It's a very great album in my opinion as well.
That's on my want list on Amazon.
All right, my next one is Animal Collective Feels.
I'm so happy. I thought that would be your least favorite one.
I did take notes on this one because it was one of the first ones I listened to. I thought the first track had David Bowie sounding vocals. I thought the second one is clearly what spawned the band Arcade Fire. I thought I liked how a lot of times the vocals are kind of buried, and then I even thought the song Daffy Duck had kind of like again reminded me of Godspeed with the way it built up.
Did you like the slower songs better, or like the more traditional kind of wacky Animal Collective
I liked
songs?
That there's a mix of both.
Yeah, that one song on there, I think it's the last one, Turn Into Something, it's just awesome. And the other one, the Purple Bottle, how it has like those drums is really cool. It's very like, I love the band, but I love the albums like that, or their most recent two, when they feel like more of a band. Okay. Some of their stuff can feel like solo projects. But yeah, that one's like probably like my 3rd or 4th favorite of theirs. Oh, it's like a 10 out of 10 over me.
All right, I wonder what your number 1 is.
This guy was.
This is like an 8 out of 10 for me.
This guy was a freaking genius. A Love Supreme. I looked up, before I read it, I was looking up reviews of this. People were like, man, this album's like so out there. I'm like, this is one of the most accessible jazz albums in the world. I liked it as soon as I put it on. I'm like driving, kind of like bumping along, the bass work, the keys, the saxophones. I even love on the first song the spoken word bit they puts in there. It's just so fun to listen to. And it's like, I only know John Coltrane because obviously this album I heard he gets kind of weird, like Hindu or like Muslim, kind of like spiritual, because his wife Alice Coltrane was a harpist who played with Pharoah Sanders, and I know that he is the uncle or great uncle of Flying Lotus. I don't know if you know that, but yeah, I loved every single song. What was the one? Yeah, well, I mean, it's all one song, but like the later parts when that drum solo kicks in is just so fun. Yeah, this is a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna be buying this.
I think this is such a good example of the piano on this album, of how clean everything is played. Like, notes do not blend into each other. Everything is so clean, and then you get to just a wash of drums later.
Yeah.
Despite being like a jazz album, it doesn't just rely on the key signatures and the taller tertian chords, all these things. It also has like a good atmosphere and recording to it.
And what I like about it is not throwing any shade at like, Charles Mingus or, well, wait, but like, because I thought, oh man, he had all these big names on it. But no, it's just like regular session musicians that you would have never like known. I like that it's kind of just not all these big names and stuff, kind of like Charles Mingus or Miles Davis or anything play. I like that it's more just not throwing shade at any of those guys, but I like that it's kind of just John Coltrane led album. But yeah, 10 out of 10.
Well, and everyone. You wouldn't be able to tell which instrument John Coltrane is playing if you didn't know who John Coltrane was, because every instrument's given its proper, dues.
Mm-hmm.
Every part of the ensemble. This is a 10 out of 10.
It is 10 out. I'm going to buy that. Oh, I'm so happy.
All right, number 1.
I'm so happy.
I've listened to a few songs off of this before, and it wasn't clicking. Oh my gosh, Rain Dogs, Tom Waits.
Oh my god.
I love that so much of this album feels like it could fit on Donkey Kong 64. And I don't know, it's the last couple tracks are just very more emotional, and his voice, it's crazy that one dude sing. I don't know if he has other singers on this album, but he sounds completely different on different songs. And yeah, it just reminds me of randomly N64 music, like Rareware games, the most. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I could say it. And that's me comparing it to that, because I don't have enough knowledge to know what those things are pulling from. I'm sure he's pulling from the same things as them, but yeah, very good.
My favorite song on there is Jockey Full of Bourbon, kind of that cool beat on there. I also love, what's it called? Gun Street Girl, but yeah, even Union Square kind of sounds like it's trying to make fun of Bruce Springsteen almost, how he has the horns. But yeah, I'm so happy that made my day, because this is a top 15 album of all time for me.
Oh, dang.
I'm so happy you liked it so much.
I love it.
Would you buy that on vinyl?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I woke up in the morning and listened to it laying in bed before I got out of bed on the day I was off of work, and it was an amazing experience.
I bet. Yeah. Did you find were some of the shorter songs, was it kind of hard? Because there's a lot of 19 songs in over 50 minutes. So did it kind of get old after a while?
No, because I think there's so many different vibes throughout this track list.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, very, very good.
I think I did pick that. No, I picked this one number 2. Yeah, so I was way off, because I thought you'd hate this, or you wouldn't like Animal Collective. I thought that would be 5. I thought that would be 4, but it's 5. I got this one.
So the middle 3, I would say, any of them could switch any day.
Yeah, I thought this would be number 1, but I'm surprised you still really liked it. So yeah, in a couple weeks we'll do this again.
Dang.
And then we'll exchange 5 more and then listen to them, because we have some new releases that are coming out that we want to catch up on.
Oh, yeah.
So thanks for watching. Bye.